Welcome back, everyone. We have Bart and Jennifer Mills, our local movie extraordinaire reviewers, and they're going to be talking about a movie today called A Quiet Place Day One. So welcome, Bart and Jen. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go through it.
Give us a little lowdown on this movie.
Okay, so I thought Bart was going to do the prep, but I can do the prep. So anyone who's seen Quiet Place 1 and Quiet Place 2 is familiar with this franchise. This is the prequel to those. So this is the first day when the aliens come to attack Earth. So this is setting us up for the other two movies. It's starring Lupita,
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes, who we all know from Us. Excellent actress. She is living in New York City. She's in hospice. She's dying of some unknown ailment. And she and everyone else from the hospice group take a bus ride to see a marionette show in New York City. And while she's there, this attack happens and then chaos ensues. And along the way, she runs into Joseph Quinn, who everyone should recognize. We didn't at first, from Stranger Things. And they kind of partner up to get through this. And that's pretty much the synopsis.
Okay, my big question for you is, do you have to watch the other movies to understand this one?
No, that's kind of the fun of a prequel sometimes, is you can go in blind. I'd certainly recommend the other two because, frankly, they're superior movies. But I think this one, it does stand alone. And, you've got a lot of it is the telling of, there's not a lot of exposition on, we don't have a lot of prequels will end up getting the full story of where the aliens come from, why they're here, all this.
None of that.
These are every one of these is a very personal story about a small group of people basically just surviving an apocalypse. And so in this case, the great advantage we have is Lupita Nyong'o, who is just a phenomenal actor, just the best face in Hollywood. If you've seen Us, nobody just just acts with their face like this woman. And so it's pretty phenomenal to watch her go through this process. But yeah, you don't really need to have seen the first two.
Actually, I would say you're better off not to have seen the first two because you're going to enjoy this one more.
Okay, so I'm very impressed how you say her name. You say it so correctly.
I had to turn to him for that.
I actually spend a little time trying to practice it. It's like calling a hockey game sometimes. You gotta do your due diligence.
I feel like I have to shove a ton of bubble gum in my mouth just to say her name correctly. All right, so this is a sci-fi movie. It's a thriller movie. The trailer looked really exciting. I will say that. Lots of action, lots of craziness going on. Now, is there something, like I said, it's sci-fi. It's PG-13, so not too bad. You can probably bring some of the kids, right? And then it's also an hour and 40 minutes, so not that long either.
No, I mean, I think for older kids, it's fine. I don't think there was a ton of gore. It's just suspense. It's old-fashioned storytelling. The director on this is a guy named Michael Sharnowski. He did a movie a few years ago with Nicolas Cage called Pig that was sort of a surprise to everybody because it was a Nicolas Cage movie and it wasn't terrible. He's kind of an exciting director to watch. And, of course, the original two and the creator of this whole thing was John Krasinski. That's
from The Office.
The guy from The Office. So I think it's fine for, older kids. Obviously, I wouldn't take a 5-year-old in there, but.
Right. I'm glad that you said that about Nicolas Cage because I absolutely hate all of his movies.
Well, his career is on the upswing.
Yeah.
So.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think it could go any lower. All right, so Rotten Tomatoes, our favorite website, gave it an 85% approval rating. What do you think?
I think that's fair. I mean, again, not a big fan of the Rotten Tomato, but I think by and large, this is a B movie in terms of grade, not in terms of caliber. It's a well shot, beautifully shot movie. It's the CG is good for what it is. It's a good movie. I think we were talking earlier. The only challenge we have with it is that it could use an edit here or there. There's a lot of time spent with these characters, in silence, and not all of them are as fun to watch as others. And so there's some close hand magic, which I really can't accommodate. There's a marionette show, which I'm also not a huge fan of. At least there's no mimes.
Good in the.
Yeah,
it was good.
But in the absence of mimes, I guess we're okay. But it's an okay movie.
All right, so Bart and Jen, thank you so much for telling us all about A Quiet Place Day One. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks for your time.
All right, well, don't go away because we have more when we return.